Hey everybody, my name is Eternal Beta, and welcome to the premiere episode of The First 20, where I play the first 20 minutes of a game to hopefully help you decide whether that game is worth your time and money. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Shovel Knight from Yacht Club Games. This game was released earlier this year on Steam, as well as on Nintendo platforms. It's currently $15 on Steam, so let's get started here, and I'm going to start the timer. 20 minutes begins now. Now this game is obviously a love letter to old NES style games. As you can see, I've actually already played through this game, but we're going to start a brand new adventure. Just name ourselves A, and hit done. So let's go. Obviously a love letter to old NES style games, Mega Man, Castlevania, those types. Long ago, the lands were untamed and roared with legendary adventures. I'm just going to skip through this story bit to get to the game. There's lots of shovel-based puns in here. So, like I said, music, graphics, everything. Love letter to NES. Your main attack is you can jump, and then you have this shovel, which you can shovel things out of the ground to collect gems, as well as to hit enemies, who then explode into gems. You also have this downward strike, and then later on you actually will collect sub-weapons as well to use in kind of a old school Castlevania style. Shovel out all this stuff. I believe these blocks you can break. Yes, you can break it either by shoveling it or by doing a down strike, like so. You can actually bounce off of it. I believe you can also bounce off of enemies. Yes, that is correct. Say right away that the audio is fantastic. Move on here to the next screen. I know this is kind of a tutorial level. Now that down strike is literally just jumping and holding down. You don't have to time any button presses or anything like that. If you want to bounce on things multiple times, just hold it down. Here, we actually have to jump off of this bubble. I believe it'll stop right there, yes. So jump, down strike, and move on. There's a lot of traversal elements like that in this, which makes it kind of a challenge at times. As you can see, these ladders, again, just very remnant of Mega Man. Now, these things are checkpoints. You get a few of these throughout the level. There's also a mechanic where if you want to break the checkpoint, I'm not going to do it here, it'll actually give you a ton of money. This is what happens when you try and play and speak at the same time. Jump on the moving platform, grab the gold up here. It's kind of funny that the currency is gold and yet you're collecting gems the whole time. Just gonna break these. And I believe the spikes are a one-hit kill. Now, unlike a lot of games of this type, it is not a one-hit kill. You see at the top there, I have a life bar. Also have 30 item power, which is what I was talking about with the sub-weapon earlier, and gold. Dragon. Whoa, okay. So don't get hit by those. I believe you have to bounce on his head. That is correct. I think he can swat at you, and I'm just holding the down and directing myself. There we go. So fairly simple, easy little sub-boss there. Still a tutorial level. Head down. Now these skulls you can hit at the enemy. That's what I thought. Now I'm gonna not try and interject too much of my personal opinions. Obviously I love the game, I played through it. But I want these videos to be more about information. So there was a secret wall. There are a lot of hidden areas over the course of this game. Usually they're pointed out in some way. Let me head up here. As I said, I'm going to try and make this more informational than opinion-based. And that wall had enemies hidden in it. These, I think, take 2 hits. There we go. The controls are very tight. Like, you can turn on a dime, which is great to see. Now, if we see over here, I'm going to try and not let this guy hit me. There we go. But yes, very responsive. You do have a little bit of weight to your movement speed. There's no run button or anything of that nature. If you see on this wall here, you see it's got the kind of knot in it. That's a tip-off that it's a secret wall. So we're going to head through here. There's no enemies in here, I believe. Sometimes these piles will actually have enemies in them. This one does not. We're going to come over here and grab this musical note. Excuse me 1 second, everyone. Okay, let's continue on here. I apologize. I had a little bit of a technical glitch there. See this also on the wall here. So I grabbed that musical note. I didn't get a chance to say that. I guess it's not really a musical note. It seemed like more of a, sheet music. That's one of the several collectibles in the game. So we're going to head on here. See, there's more on the wall here. Grab that. Thank you. I have to be careful here because there's an enemy below me, but I can bounce on them like so. Yeah, controls definitely feel very tight. The jump is just a little bit floaty. And you can very slightly affect the height of your jump. Let's see, if I had jumped on that guy first, I could probably get that. I'm going to wait till this guy comes down here, use him as a boost, and grab that. Underneath here are these little serving platters, which usually contain a full life, which, as it did there. Sometimes they actually contain enemies. Here's another knot on the wall here, so this would be a hidden wall. I'm going to try and avoid this guy, hop on him a couple times. Everything just feels very natural. Controls are responsive. The 8-bit style is pretty accurate. Again, like most games of this type, it's probably not 100% accurate to what the NES could actually do. Probably closer to what an SNES game could do, but probably a little too many colors, a little bit too much animation. But we're gonna move on here. Of course, this is always what the NES games look like in your memory, in your nostalgia. Another secret area over here, so we're gonna come this way. Oh, okay, so we actually have some little bit of platforming here, if you want to call it platforming. Just gotta hop on these bubbles, and there's another piece of sheet music. Okay, wait till those come back. It does take a little bit of getting used to get used to the bounce height, but after a while, like I said, it just feels very responsive. Get out of here, jump up here, and move on. Yet another hidden wall. There's another one with a hidden enemy in it. He shouldn't prove too difficult. Just gonna bounce off of you and continue on. There we go. Another checkpoint. Now, how do I get there? See that little hidden area? I must have missed something down here. Ah, sometimes, up until now, all of the hidden areas have been labeled. This one, however, is not. Kinda was labeled, though, because you saw the grass went all the way across here. Carrot. That will recover some of my health if I had lost any. And now I'm able to open this chest. Get a bunch more gold. And now we are free to continue. So I've hit another checkpoint here. I don't know if there's going to be a boss or anything coming up here. I don't think so. Oh, see, I just got hit there for the first time. Like these guys are just going to come at us at random. Just going to have to try and avoid them. Nothing too difficult yet. Okay, another dragon mini boss here. This one is difficult because you see where he is kind of half above a pit. So if you land that last hit and you're right above that pit, I did not mean to rhyme there, you're going to be in for a world of hurt. This is where the sub-weapons would come. Okay then. Well, that will allow me to demonstrate both the checkpoint system and something that's a little unique to this game. There are some light, very, very light roguelike elements in that you actually lose part of your gold when you die. But you actually can recover it. In my case here, I was kind of unlucky and I might not be able to recover everything because a lot of it was over a pit. So, allowed me to, okay, here. Let me move on here. Oh, there's an apple, some extra life. So here's the money that I lost. See how some of it's, he just walked right into that pit. Some of it is over pit here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to recover all of it. That's not looking like I can. Let's see. Very good. Okay, so let's cover that. I think that was, I was able to recover all of it. Ah, if you see down there, there's actually little bits of grass that these slimes are hiding in. Very great things that this game does with the environment. Awesome. So let's move on. Another hidden wall here. Grab this gem and dig out this pile here. The shovel mechanic is kind of cool in that it's kind of unique to this game. Use that guy as a platform to get over here. Some tough platforming here. Jump on this bubble. And what do we have here? More gold. Now the gold is used to purchase upgrades, like there are in a lot of games. Unlike something like a Mega Man, you don't, you know, beat a boss and get his ability. But you do unlock abilities as time goes on. I don't know if we're going to get to any of those in this little look. I believe this is the 4th checkpoint, which means there should be a boss fight coming up here. Here we go. This is the Black Knight. I love the kind of sound effects that they got going on with the text. Been conquered by the Enchantress. Now, the Enchantress is the big bad in this game. The Order of No Quarter. That is a fantastic name for a group of enemies. Steal thy shovel. Again, just with the shovel pun. So this is our first boss fight. It's not really all that difficult. I'm going to try and make it through here. Like the Mega Man games, all the bosses are kind of pattern-based, so if you can memorize their patterns, you shouldn't have much trouble with them. Now he actually stops to gloat, so a lot of times you can take advantage of that. Now he does have more health than you do. I'm sorry, I'm trying to half concentrate here. And one more hit should do it. Excuse me a second here, guys. I don't want him to kill me. There we go. So again, opening level, intro. Some nice little victory music there. And he jumps up and runs away. So in between the levels, you get this nice little half loading screen, half kind of interlude of Shovel Knight falling asleep, and sometimes he has dreams, sometimes he doesn't. In this one, I believe he does. And there's Shield Knight. We saw that in the beginning. I didn't go through the entire beginning, but Shield Knight is kind of his lost love that he lost in battle. So you have to catch her. It's kind of a cool little... I don't know if this... There, I caught her. I don't know if that actually does anything. I was never able to figure out how that affected anything. This took me a while. You actually, if you try and move, you just shake him. You actually have to jump, and it wakes him up. And you can also be responsible and put out your fire. And then you just walk off the screen to continue. And this is something that really surprised me about this game, is that this is just a complete recreation of a Super Mario Bros. 3 overworld map, which is fantastic. It's not something that I expected. I was expecting something more of a straightforward progression. This guy says, halt, no weapons allowed in town. Oh, that's no weapon, it's just a shovel. Never mind. Which I think is actually kind of funny. And aside from the horse ladies that are walking around, this is very reminiscent of Legend of Zelda 2 in the town design. Now we have a bard here. If we talk to him, hail traveler, he's lost all his music sheets. Oh, look, we happen to have 2 of them. And he'll actually give you 500 gold for each of them that you find. Let's speed through this text. And now we can actually come back to him and have him play a song. So we can go through here and see which ones we've gotten. I think he starts with 3 of them because we just gave him 2, and as you can see on the left there is 46 of these in the game. So for the completionists in all of you, it's something to strive for. They're hidden in every level. I don't think I was able to find them all on a fairly regular on a complete basis, but I didn't stop and look for them all that much. Not gonna dwell on that. If you go in here, we actually have two shops. This is where you can turn in meal tickets, and this is where you can upgrade your magic. So basically, you're upgrading your health and magic. You can buy meal tickets from this guy down here. Buy a meal ticket. So the first meal ticket costs 1,000. Let's go ahead and purchase it because we have, as you can see, almost 6,000 gold. Now we can take this meal ticket and come up to this guy here and give it to him, and he will make you food that will raise your maximum health. If you notice my life at the top there, it's at 4 right now. Now it's at 5. Let's also upgrade our item skill. Come over to here. Relics. Okay, so that's what the magic in this game is called the relics. Okay. So we actually can't even upgrade our magic until we buy a relic. If we come down here, I don't believe these guys have any real impact. But if we head over here, have all these interesting characters. But this guy over here, his name is Chester. He is our item merchant, I guess. See, we have two relics here. We have a fishing rod, and we have a chaos sphere. The fishing rod is interesting, but I'm going to buy the chaos sphere just so I can show you what's going on here. So now we have something in the little box at the top where it says item. I actually just pointed with my finger. So at the top where it says item, you see we have the chaos sphere. If you hold up and press the X button, it'll actually throw the chaos sphere. Bounces off of things, hits enemies. As you can see, that took 6 away from our item pool. Now we can go back up now. That's very reminiscent of the Castlevania games, even in the way that you use the items. We come back up to this guy now. So we can actually purchase a boost in our maximum magic. We still have 2,400 left, so I'm going to go ahead and get this. You can see it went from 24 to 34, so that's actually a boost of 10. So let's go ahead and head over to this part of town. And there's not a whole lot in this part of town other than some stuff to dig up there. There's people you can talk to here, but nothing that really adds. Notice there's a sheet music up there. Now, how do you get up there? It took me a little while. No, I accidentally talked to one of the kids. It took me a while to figure it out, but if you see this woman here who's carrying these water buckets, you can actually jump on her back, jump up on the roof, get up here, grab this, and then go back and turn it in. But I'm not going to. We're just going to move on, and I want to show you some of the next level before we run out of time here. So you actually have different ways you can go. It's not 100% linear, but you see here there's 2 lock gates. There's one there and one there. Each of the lock gates correspond to one of the levels and one of the bosses. We have our choice of either going to face the King Knight, or if we come down here, facing the Spectre Knight. Let's go ahead and face the King Knight so I can show you a little bit of the stage here. Again, beautiful background. The pixel art in this game is really top-notch. Shovel here. Now, a lot of these early stages you're going to see the same type of enemies, but now there's going to be more platforming. These beetles don't really prove too much of difficulty. Head down here. These guys are going to charge. Okay, 1 hit. Very good. We're going to start getting into more environmental traps. Bounce on his head. See, I recovered some magic there as well. Wait till that dumps. Move on. See, I can't get up there, so I have to go under this way. Wait for this. Get in here. There's a lot of pattern recognition in here, just like a lot of the old Nintendo games. Alright, moving on. Jump over here. Get some more gold. Make sure that guy doesn't hit me, and head on. I missed some gold there, but... rats with propellers. These guys are pretty actually terrifying, especially with their kind of irregular movement pattern when you're near areas with pits. Make sure not to get hit here. A game like this could very easily have a dodge or a roll mechanic in it. I am kind of glad they did not put it in, because that would kind of take away from the authenticity, I guess. So you're seeing here with some of the weird movement on these rats. Get this beetle out of here. Let's see. Try to not have this guy hit me. Oh, jump over that. Again, all pattern-based, all recognition. If you can see here, see the little emblem on the wall? I believe this is a hidden wall. It is. So we're going to grab that and move on. Get to the checkpoint here. And that is going to about do it for the first 20 minutes of Shovel Knight. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was informative for you and helped you, maybe if you were on the edge about whether or not to get this game. Hope to help you sway you one way or the other. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Spread the word. It helps out the channel tremendously. I'm going to try and have a new one of these up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So until next episode, I will see you guys later.